It's Brice and Win with the challenge breakdown. It's Brice and Win with the challenge breakdown. It's Brice and Win with the challenge breakdown.
Welcome to the challenge breakdown. Breakdown.
I'm sorry, is it the challenge breakdown or is it the challenge breakdown?
I think
that's a good breakdown.
You know what? I believe that it is what young Perp said, and I apologize.
Thank
I
you.
take it back. I've been in the heat all day today, Perp. That being said, welcome to the challenge breakdown. I am Wendell Holland. You might know me from Survivor. You might know me from some other stuff. I am here with my dude, Mr. Brice Izyah, is in the building.
Izyah.
What's popping?
Brice Izyah is in the building. How you doing, sir?
I'm a little sad. I'm a little upset. I'm a little furious. I'm a little happy. It's a lot that went on in this episode that I am happy to be here to break down with my brothers.
And we also are here with the one and only, our good brother, Mr. Joey Hatch is in the building. Hatchy, ding! How you doing?
What up? What up? Let's go.
How you feeling, Hatchert?
I'm feeling great. I'm ready to get into this episode breakdown because there was a lot that happened.
Some shady business.
Made in the shade.
A lot of shade. But before we even get started, shout out to the YouTube watchers. I personally read all of the comments, and I appreciate a lot of people was getting all of us together. They said in Challenge 31 they did $1 million. They said similar to Joey, you and I. They said Tech was upset because when Tech played, he thought he was playing for $1 million, not a half. They also said they really loved this our new perspective. So shout out to y'all.
Hey. Hi guys.
Well, I guess what Brice is trying to say, Hatchie, is we need to start getting in the comments.
Okay.
I'm here for it.
Fine. I'm here for it too.
All right, we in there. Shout out to all our YouTube listeners and the listeners elsewhere. Now, gentlemen, I enjoyed this episode because it was just a lot of action.
Start to finish.
Hour and a half of the action.
An hour and a half of balls in the holes. Okay.
See,
it was just called balls in. Right. You doing extra.
Where did you have to get the ball in?
A bucket. A barrel.
And the barrel's opening is in the shape of a
circle.
Oh, okay.
That being said, let's get right into it.
Before we get into it,
go right ahead.
Okay. We can't start off without judging Mr. Tyrone Jenkins, aka TJ's wardrobe of the night.
It was kind of a fresh lay.
What do we think? What is this? Is this an actual pink? It's not a salmon.
No, it's a pink.
It's an actual pink.
It's a pink.
Perp, how do you feel?
I think it's a cousin of the red, but a relative of the pink. I think it's, chill.
Well, isn't red a relative of, or isn't pink a relative of red?
That's what I mean. If
red is a cousin of red, then it's a relative.
And if pink is a relative of red, then that makes red a
relative of
pink.
Relatively
speaking.
So yeah, TJ, he looks okay. Growing the beard out a little bit. Does have nothing on Joey's.
I appreciate that. You see it. The grays is coming into.
Wendy's is a little. I mean, TJ might have you on the beer, Wendy's. I'm not 1,000% sure, but always got to show Tyrone Jenkins, TJ some love on the outfits. I'm hoping they get a little more crazier as the season continues.
Indeed. Hatchie, where do we start with these battles, or what starts us off? How we doing?
So what started us off, I like how he went out of order. He didn't go in a particular order, but they went in order of how the eliminations showed up in, I guess, the timeline of the challenge. So we started off with
what's the name of it?
This was called Ball In. Ball. I'm gonna say Ball In. It might be plural.
I don't know why I wrote hole in, but
right. And we had Nia going against Amanda, and we had Leroy going against Tony. So I would like to hear what you guys have to say about each one of those. Perp, you want to start us off?
Sure. For Balls In, I'm rooting for Amanda, right? Like going into this, I love Amanda. And I've said it time and time again. Amanda speaks her effing mind. I like the fact that she gets called in and she's like, Tori, and watch your mouth though, Amanda, because we don't handle the slander on the Corey. But I mean, I like how she goes in. She's like, Corey, you said we was number ones. Like, we doing this for our man Nelson. Corey, like, if that's all we got. Okay, shout out to Nelson. Corey, like, if that's all we got, then we ain't really got much. But I like how scrappy Amanda is. Nia is Amazonically taller than she is taller, bigger, wider than Amanda, but Amanda ain't no punk. So during this challenge, I absolutely was rooting for Amanda.
Yeah, I got respect for Amanda. She gave it her all. But again, Nia, she a beast. Bigger, stronger. And some of these challenges, granted, we're going to get to the challenge where the matchup, it was the heart that did it. But generally speaking, in these like, headbanger style or brute force style challenges, the bigger person has the leg up. That's all I'm going to say. What you got for me, Hat Church?
Is it me? I mean, it's probably obvious, but like, I'm going to state the obvious. Okay. How come it is every time somebody starts talking about their family, the music changes? They up out of here. It's night. You feel me?
You're right, Hatch. And there were people like, I didn't want Leroy to talk about Cam. And
I know.
Like, yo, I'm like,
they even showed him Fade and Brandon in the.
You know what I'm saying? Brandon with his kids. Yo, you're right, Hatch. That's a good observation.
I was like, as soon as the music changed, I was just like, they're out of here.
TJ pro tip number 7.
TJ or CT?
The CT pro tip number 7. Don't talk about family.
You're still doing this weird.
Yeah, I don't know
what voice this is.
Got to curtail it a little bit.
Okay. As the season goes on. So yeah, Nia bodies Amanda. Amanda doesn't go down easy. She's scrappy. She works for it. But yeah, also it has to suck. I would imagine that while I'm down there in elimination and practically everyone else is just rooting for the person that you're going against. Like, well, goddamn.
Right. That sucks. I also found interesting how like a couple of people came out of nowhere talking about, oh, I got a love interest with Nia. And usually when you say you have a love interest, they show a little montage. There was no montage. Sorry, Josh. But like he just said he loved her very much so. And she looks very lovable. I told you, I have a crush on her. But
all y'all love Nia. And so what do we have? Kai?
I don't have a montage. So like I can't really say much.
We had Kylan and Josh. And why Corey was not part of the montage.
I mean, Joey said he had a crush, so I figured we was.
Please stick on task for just a moment. I just think we got these two gentlemen saying that they feeling her.
So are we going to see later in the season?
I don't know. And who's going to win that battle?
I don't know. Will it be, you know what I'm saying?
Depends what she likes.
Is it a battle for her? Is it is it a matter of whoever lasts longer in the challenge wins over Nia? Like, is it whoever's more smooth? Like, I don't know.
These are very interesting.
Like, they're different individuals.
Yes. And if it is a whoever lasts longer thing, you might be right. You might be right in that sense, because you might be right because Nia seems like she's going to be around for a long time. If she's going,
I don't need. I can't say no. I don't know. Cause I don't want. Oh yeah, show me what you got. Cause I don't want no 1 minute. Oh,
I try to give you love and affection. I try to
know the verse.
1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Hell no, to please me, you got to sleep in it. I see you took a good game. Can you? Y'all don't know the track.
We don't got the license for this. We gotta. Come on.
What Corey often? We're talking about Josh, Kylan, and Nia right now.
This love triangle.
I'm trying to make it an octagon.
Do we have any bold predictions as far as what the payoff will be now that we're seeing Josh and Kylan talking about Miss Nia?
The payoff in what sense?
I think it's too early to talk. I think y'all are reading a little way too much into it.
I'm asking Hatchie, do we think that he was asking about the payoff. Do we think that there will be down the road? So what's going to happen? That's all I'm saying. Like if they're dropping this nugget now, are we going to see?
I think so.
Some canoodling.
I think so. They're always the challenge is good for dropping something here and then it'll be a flashback to from 5 episodes from now, like what happened, what they showed, and Josh saying that he was in love with her from episode 2.
And this is, I'm not going to look too far ahead, but I feel like I saw one of the previews with maybe 2 of them in a pool or something. That's all I'm saying.
I try not to watch the next week's on because I just want to be surprised.
That's real.
I'm with you, Hatch, because some people online be like, spoil, you didn't say spoil. I'm like, the preview to next week is a whole spoiler.
Right.
Like, when I sit down and watch, I want to see brand new.
Fair enough. So we have...
So Nia wins.
Nia wins against Amanda.
She handles her. And again, Amanda's a great character for the show.
Correct. So it's a hard loss for entertainment value.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. But then next we have Tony and Leroy.
Let's talk about this one, gentlemen. I know.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was rooting for my dog, man.
I know that's your man. That's your man. That's your man.
Come on.
That's your man.
Sheesh.
I was sad to see Leroy go, but I was happy to meet Tony. Again, I'm somewhat newer to the challenge, but the way Tony was showing up, okay, and Leroy, I was believing Leroy in his confessionals. Like, I don't want to have to do this to him. It's like Tony said no. When Tony was just dragging him, I'm like, well, damn, Leroy, what?
Tony's got a switch. He's got a switch in his head. I remember. I don't know if it was his season of the Real World or if it was on the challenge, but he talked about like 5150 and out in LA. Out in LA, that's like a big thing for being like not put in jail, but it's like a mental facility.
Were we in Atlanta when we heard that?
Yes, and he was like 5150. He was like bossing up on whoever it was.
Who? This is Tony?
Yes. So he's got a switch. He knows how to turn it on, and apparently he did.
Okay. So yeah, he handled Leroy, man, and you could see when Leroy had the rock, and he was like, you couldn't see that dog in him. Like, right. I was like, "What you doing? Cuz run through this, man." Right. But sometimes Tony's a strong bull, man.
So if you are Leroy, please answer this next statement. Mm-hmm. Where my dogs at?
Crickets.
There was. I wish there was a little bit more bark and bite in them.
Yeah,
true. Yeah,
I wish that as well. But I also like hats off to like a 5152 to Tony because Tony earned his spot.
Tony wasn't playing. Tony took that win.
Yeah.
Tony was like, all right, let's go. And if I'm not mistaken, remember last week how Tony was like, would you rather see Jordan or would you rather see, because he's like, y'all don't want to go against a Jordan, so throw him in. Tony just showed
he can go. Tough. Yeah, he can go.
Yeah. So sorry to see Leroy go. It'll be interesting to see how far this guy 5150 Tony can go.
Right.
Yeah.
And I believe from there, we ended up at error 1. So we started at error 3 and then we moved to error 1. Error 1 was the pole wrestle. And they
Bryce, you don't need the ad lib.
I'm just excited.
They put the Godfather up against the Pitbull, and we saw why they call him the king of the pole wrestle.
Weren't we talking about this just last week?
Yes.
That Derek is a Pitbull.
Yes. When he flipped Mark, I said, "Oh, his neck's broke. I thought he was out of here."
Wait a minute. No. Did he flip Mark or did Mark do a flip?
Mark, I thought Mark tried
that was a move.
Yeah. I mean,
well, it was a bad one. Sorry, Mark.
And Mark is a giant.
Yeah.
This man is a certified giant.
And Derek is a Goliath.
David.
Okay. Oh, no. Yeah. David. I mean, Derek is a David.
There you go.
Here's the thing, though. During this challenge, Mark was too much of it. When Derek won, I thought Mark won. I was confused. So much had happened. I was watching like, what the hell is actually going on? And so I thought Mark won the first round. And so I was a little pissed off. I'm like, damn, Derek. And then I was like, oh, Derek won. Mark did a little flippy. Derek pulled the pole from his hand.
I don't know if it was from round 1 or if it was the second round. But when Anissa said it looks like Derek can't breathe. But I think that was just him just regripping and getting better.
Bryce, can you please?
I'm just getting the reaction from everybody else when Derek pulled the pole from Mark. No. I can't give y'all the background of what's going on.
No, because Corey was all the way in the background. Okay.
He was the last row of people watching.
Bryce, are you trying to match hat colors with him?
I didn't even pick. Thank you. I didn't even pick that out. That's crazy.
I'm just saying, if they didn't have enough people and they needed somebody else to go in and they needed somebody else to pole wrestle.
Bryce.
All right.
Put Corey away. Now, Hatch, I think Mark first of all, I think Derek he's clearly shown us he's one of the best at the pole wrestling, first of all. But also, I think in Mark's case, I think Mark got gassed. Mark is I think so too. Yeah, he's gigantic and I think he got gassed.
So whose fault is that though?
Whose fault is that?
I mean, because I love Mark. Personally, I feel like Mark could have conserved his energy a little bit better.
Not when you got a pit bull trying to get everything from you.
Absolutely not.
I feel like Mark was trying to use his body weight a little bit too much. Derek got centered to the ground, and
I feel like Mark could have did a better job using his body weight.
That's all Mark has.
Right.
Like that, like all he could do is muscle him.
If I get in a match like that with somebody, I'm laying this 220 on whoever I got to get this. All right, that's 2 weeks in a row. I'm actually kind of drawn.
Somebody did lay their 220 on somebody.
This is crazy. Yo,
it worked.
Yo.
You are wild.
You are
it worked.
And I had it worded as something different, and you're actually bugging.
You're a wild boy. Anyway, so I guess we can get right to it. Derek, kudos, brother. You're a lockjaw, red-nosed pit. You did what you had to do.
Did he say something like he has a son that's 18 and a daughter on the way? He started talking about that. So I'm like, damn, does Mark win? But nope.
True. He was doing okay.
But the music didn't change.
The music changed when Mark was talking about his mom, who's been battling breast cancer for 5 years. And prior to me thinking about your theory, I was like, damn, Mark's about to take it home. But the music absolutely changed when Mark was talking.
Yeah.
And then from there, we had the ladies. And it was Anissa versus Katie.
Now, I said it before. I'm going to say it again. Anissa's from Philly. Love Anissa. But my love is with Katie. I have loved Katie for a very long time. Katie wasn't playing around. She was scrappy. She did the what you call a scissor? The
Oh,
what
right,
you put when you
that was like a figure 4 or something.
a figure 4.
She did the leg around the head.
Yeah.
Katie was very scrappy round 1. I was impressed and I was surprised.
Yeah. I really was.
Brice?
But Anissa. Well, one, before we even get into this, I love how they give us some of the backstories, right? Where Anissa was pissed with Rachel, like, and rightfully so. And at first, last week's episode, I'm like, Anissa, like, you gotta know. Then when we did our podcast, it reminded me that Anissa and Rachel, they used to be a thing. They've been friends for 20 years. And I'm just saying that now, if we in the challenge and you don't have to put me in, Wendell or Joey, and y'all put me in,
they're not you and I.
Right.
yeah, but I'm
they're
just
not
saying.
You and I. And first of all, I'm gonna vote you in, but they're not you and I, Brice.
If it's the Hall Brawl or the Pole Wrestle, please do. Please do.
They've known each other for this long. They might have dated. They've dated, but I don't see, and I mean, I don't know if I follow them, but I don't see Rachel and Anissa always together and always, like I don't see that as a relation.
They have a history.
They have a 20-year history.
Right. And so that's all I'm saying is that, like, after seeing this and seeing Anissa be like, sis, like, you're just gonna leave it up to CT, like, you're like,
yeah, that was foul.
Right.
It's foul, but is it a fair way of doing things?
No, it's not. It's
a shady way.
Yeah. It's her trying to, like, have her hands clean. But baby, if you have
your hands aren't clean ever.
Right. If you have diarrhea and you don't have toilet paper and all you have is hand sanitizer, your hands aren't clean.
I don't know where this analogy went, but
I'm just
talking about anyway.
But what I will say is, let me give another hypothesis. Joey can give a hypothesis about the music. I don't know how likely this is, but is this Anissa's challenge to win? I really do feel like throughout the episode, foreshadowing, they really build up Anissa's story of from the beginning to now. She's been in like the most women's challenges. She has come a long way. I remember a time where Anissa in the challenge, and respectfully to my sis, it's kind of a joke.
Watch your mouth.
But Anissa has...
She gets the story every time, Brice. I'll interrupt you right now. She gets the story every time. Every time it's, Anissa's won this many challenges, Anissa's this, and this, and then she gets so close, and then someone screws her or whatever, and she's in something at the end.
Yeah.
What was your story on season 40 of Survivor?
I got beat.
You got beat.
What was your story on Cagayan? 2 pages worth. Grand opening, grand closing.
What was your story, Joey, on season
48?
Season 48 playing the drums? I'm still here.
Okay. Okay. Katie had us. I was with Katie, but Ludacris, we dropped bowls on them. Anissa dropped down on Katie.
Her momentum carried them to the sand, and Anissa ended up being victorious.
Bro, they did her wrong in the edit, though.
They did.
They had her fall 4 times, and they gave the sound effect.
Right.
It was
that's why I'm calling it the momentum. Please, let's leave it at momentum.
Brice, get up. Poor Katie.
Listen, poor
Time out.
She got the people's elbow.
Time out. Did y'all see after the 4th time they showed it, everybody in the back was like, if not, go back and watch it. I promise you.
If you don't take Corey off the screen,
Okay.
Actually, didn't they have something?
Don't remember that. Don't recall that.
Your man.
What's the next?
That
What's
being
the next
said,
era?
Anissa hit her with a strong people's elbow.
And ended up being victorious.
Sent her packing.
Who does the people's elbow?
The Rock.
You're right.
Wait, doesn't he say something before he does it? What does he do before he does it?
He stands over the person. He runs over there.
Pops in the room.
There. Boom.
So it is an accurate description that Anissa did to people's elbow.
She said,
100%.
"It smell."
If she would have did the eyebrow at the end, I can't do it. I can't even do it. I look like an idiot.
Anyway, shout out to Anissa. Kudos to Anita. Kudos to Anissa.
Yes.
What's your mom doing?
Right. Where's she here?
Kudos to Anissa for another day elimination win.
Yes.
It could some people say
Some would say
CT and Rachel did her a favor. Because now it's like, girl, now y'all was saying last week, y'all like the challenges when it's like everybody got to get down and dirty. And now it's like they handed her a victory to come back and be like, what's up? Can you smell what Anissa's cooking?
I think they tried to get her out of there and it didn't work.
And now, so the question is, did they do her a favor? I don't think they did her any favors, but I think they kind of lowered their own stock a little bit. Anissa does have friends like Tori, who's a beast, and I'm interested to see how it goes. Rachel is a beast, and
Right.
sometimes I think, what would it have looked like if Rachel was against Anissa in there? That would have been a battle.
And here's the thing. This another thing that Anissa said, Anissa's size has changed throughout the challenge, but I like the fact that she's able to be like, I'm going to use my weight against me. And if she uses her weight against the women in her era in these physical competitions, Anissa's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's, what are her other, how is she at puzzles?
She's pretty good.
She's pretty decent.
Right. So, yeah. I mean, Anissa got some things in the arsenal,
Right.
If it lends to her physicality, her strength, or her puzzles, hey, good for her. If it's something else, I don't know, like endurance, maybe it might not be as good for her.
So if it's the people's elbow, that's normally in a wrestling match.
Correct.
Right? What is like the Super Bowl of wrestling matches?
WrestleMania.
All right. I like your little segue.
Okay, you see what I did there.
You set us up.
Right.
This episode, I have been making new fans. Don't tell Corey, because I don't want I have to do a job, but I've been making new fans. And baby, this episode has been the episode
new fans.
You're a fan of new people?
I'm meeting new people. I've got a job to do. And I am friends with Paulie. I do love Paulie. That's but baby.
Theo.
You know what I really loved? All the build-up.
Right, me too.
They showed him fighting him. They showed him kissing him.
Right.
They showed him staring him down. They showed him barking at bananas when he called out Cara. They showed him right beforehand. I can't wait to get my hands.
They showed CT talking about some, Paulie might get you.
I took one note before it started when I saw them standing next to each other.
Theo's a giant.
But that doesn't mean anything, though. That didn't move me.
He's not a giant and skinny. He's a giant and he's got a little weight to him.
Little girth.
Brice.
What? I'm trying to understand. Like what? He looks. It
Get him
looks
out of here. Get him out of here, Patrick.
Wait, where did Edge go? No, I'm trying to understand. Because he looks just skinny and tall. So you say he got a little whip to him.
Nah, bro, don't do that.
I'm asking.
Patrick, get your man.
I'm sorry. That's how my man Paulie had to get off the ground.
Okay, but wait, no. Merkshire and Berkey, the editors or the producers of this show, they are wild, okay, as Joey would say, because let me tell you, I haven't been feeling that good today. When they
I like Paulie. I like him.
I like Paulie a lot, but
my note that I wrote down, I didn't write anything else but absolute obliteration. That's what I wrote in my notes.
Everyone was like, yeah.
And when you play football, so you know,
you
get low, you get low, and you don't stop. When
you gotta keep
Paulie froze that split second before Theo hit him, and his legs went there.
I
said, "Oh my god!" It looked like. Remember, I don't know if you played the game Madden, but it looked like Hit Stick when Hit Stick was one of the features. Oh my god!
It was hard to watch.
It really was, and then I felt bad for Cara Maria, okay, because Cara Maria keep going, Paulie. Damn. Like, yeah, it for again because Paulie is
Paulie.
Right, that sounds, bro.
It's like, when if this is boxing, I need for you. I need somebody needs to check him.
Yeah, that was.
He could have been concussed.
Yeah, that was bad. They might stop doing the hall brawl after.
No, but mind you, okay, now wait, no, because I don't even want to talk about this because he is a friend of the show. He is a zaddy, but it made me think of Lewis a little bit from the Challenge USA.
Don't say he went against Fessy. Who did he go against?
No, it was Leo. I remember Leo in the hall brawl. Like, I forget who it was, but it wasn't.
Who did he go against?
And they had them wearing all of the
shoulder pads and helmet and all that.
Or Leo.
They have none of this here.
What about that Fessy Nelson matchup? That one was crazy.
Who won that one?
Fessy.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
Fessy's a big guy.
Oh, okay.
And he played football.
Okay. And he played basketball. He's cooked Wendell on the basketball court multiple times.
Wait. Honestly?
Yes, and I have footage. I have footage.
False.
All right, let me get back. I gotta get back in shape because that's two people that I gotta like.
Okay, now you got Josh and Fessy.
Can we please take a moment of silence?
Pour some out on the homies. What's up?
Our boy.
Who?
Paulie.
Oh.
Pour it out for the homies.
Wait, do it again. Yeah, that one was hard to watch. Meanwhile, later that night, Paulie said, what? Okay.
Chilling.
Shout out to Theo, not Huxtable.
I mean, that's Olympic training.
Physique.
I wasn't commenting on that. I was just saying Olympic training.
Well, listen.
He's a beast.
Yes.
Yeah. And if he's an Olympic athlete, I will be your air conditioner in France.
Oh, why? Because they ain't have none?
Okay.
You are something else. Moving on.
That makes sense.
We had Olivia versus Nerys. And I think what we talked about it last week. I had a strong feeling that's what was going to happen. And poor Nerys.
It's crazy Again, I love seeing this foreshadowing, post-shadowing. Michelle's friends with Olivia. Michelle tried to offer them someone else that could be a little bit more appetizing for Nurys.
Who did she say? Who did Michelle say again? Because the only person that could have been would have been Olivia, because it's not Jenny. Definitely didn't want no parts of Jenny, and Michelle won, so she wasn't.
It wasn't gonna be Casey
or Casey.
John A.
So
you know John A, right, Hatch?
Yeah.
I don't think it was John A. I think it was the other
John A's in the era like 2 or 3.
No, John A is in
she's not in era 4.
All right, fine. I stand corrected. So you think it was Jenny? You think they offered up Jenny?
Jenny and Casey
Michelle offered
Jenny. Jenny and Casey.
Jenny Nurys. Do we think that would have been a little more evenly matched?
Jenny, have you seen Jenny, bro? No.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely not.
My thing with Nurys is I know it's about the impact, but I think that people forget it's about getting by. Like, I will run up and just duck down. Like, I would try to avoid the impact. I would run and slide to the right. Just like
you just try to get skinny and get around them.
The point of the hall brawl isn't just to go boom. The point of the hall brawl is to get out of the hall and
yeah, but you got to get by that person. And if they're going for the boom,
then you go for the
you go for under. Now you're on the ground and they're on their feet.
Right.
You have to pull their feet. Yeah, but I'm just saying that as a pole. Okay.
I think it's easier said than done.
So now you're on the ground pulling their feet.
That's what they ended up doing anyway.
Yeah, I think someone's legs are stronger than your arms.
But again, the opposite.
All right, fine. I'm asking you this: you against Hatch in a hall brawl. Who you got, Perp? Who you got?
Myself.
All right, you against Hatch in a pole wrestle. Pause. Who you got?
It'd be fun.
Shut up.
Okay, listen. If I guarantee you, if you put me and Hatch in a pole wrestling contest, I don't know how fun it would. I mean, it would be fun, but
we might have to set it up because like he's talking crazy now.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
Okay. He's talking crazy.
I guarantee Brice will try something stupid like that and he's gonna hurt everybody.
I got a crazy case of tennis elbow right now, and I'm still gonna cook you in it. Set it up.
Yeah, I don't know who I got in that one.
Because I'm pretty solid.
Did you see? Go back. Did you see TJ's fit in that one? How it laid properly? Look at him.
Crispy. Look at them collars.
That's what I'm saying. Look at you.
They're what do you call them? PRs? Production staff? PS?
PA?
What are the PA? And TJ's call list. I guarantee you it's starch. Starch is on his car. Like they starch his shirts.
Yeah. Them collars crispy. Shout out to TJ. He's a real one.
But yeah, Nurys, they started playing the music and she started talking about Horacio, and I was like, she's out of here.
Deuces.
Hate to have to see it.
And Brice was so excited to see her go.
Adios. See you later. Horacio, if you said you want to 8. Okay.
Leave Horacio alone.
You want 8 kids? Let's get to going. I don't need no ring. I don't need a ring, Horacio.
What's next?
After this, we finally end up at Take Shelter. And in this, I believe we have
Ryan
and Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
Cara Maria
and Cagayan.
And I just have to say this. When I saw that it was Take Shelter and it was Brandon against Ryan, you know I'm rooting for the gays. And I already knew Ryan had it. I already knew. Because Brandon, you throwing cinder blocks in front of the door.
I mean, CT did that. I think
and got beat by Jay.
He got beat. So
Yeah.
he kind of went the brute route. Like I'm gonna do all this crazy shit, and then I'm gonna put all this heavy shit in front of the door, and take advantage of the fact probably that he's gay and that doesn't have the strength.
And how did that?
It didn't turn out well for him.
What does gay and strength mean?
Right,
Because
exactly.
if I recall correctly, Ryan said, "Okay."
He was chugging them Jones.
And here's the other thing. Here's the other thing I need to mention. If Brandon has to walk 8 steps that way to get a cinder block, and then another 8 steps this way to drop the cinder block, and all Ryan has to do is throw it out the way,
right?
You're not trading time efficiently.
I knew Ryan when Ryan said F all of that. I'm staying right in this little situation and was going in and out. One thing you don't play with a gay is, two things: pole wrestling and knot tying. Okay, we gonna tie a knot. Okay, Ryan said
he was chilling, conserving his energy.
And then here was another thing that, like, Brandon, pick up the pace. When Brandon was untying the rope, like, Brandon was like,
I'm curious as to what y'all strategy would be for this one, because I don't even know how I would even strategize to do this at all.
Wendell, you're the knot man.
Yeah, I would love a challenge like this because I love and untying knots. Y'all know I would love this challenge.
Right.
One thing that I would do, and I think I saw someone do it, is when you tie a knot tight, I'm putting all my weight on it to make it as tight as possible. It's hard to untie something, and you're doing that with chains also. So you really have to like muscle to get out those knots.
To give y'all context of how good he is at knot tying, we drove all the way to Atlanta with some stuff strapped to the roof of a Suburban that he tied a knot in. Not ratchet straps. Wendell's not tying.
Many times.
There have been many necklaces of mine that have not been put away together good.
Here, Wendell.
I just be like, here.
Yep.
Wendell's like a kid in that aspect where it's like you need to give your kids something to do for 3 hours. Give him that, he'll shut the hell up.
Y'all know
you're not gonna see him either.
To do.
Right.
My undiagnosed ADHD or something.
Well.
So that being said, Brandon gets the dub. I'm sorry, Ryan gets the dub over Brandon.
Correct.
And Patch's point is paying off because when Brandon went in there and said, "What the hell am I doing this for?" And it was like, "Oh yeah, my baby girl and my baby boy." I was
Music
like,
changed up. I said. Because they set it up right before the break. They set it up to look like Brandon was going to win it.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, Ryan's out of here. And then they came back and he done forgot who was doing it for. I said, oh.
Are you saying he said F them kids?
Yes. We're Brandon when
nah. But Hatch, but last week you just told us.
I said
you gave us the scout report.
Right.
And he looked legit when he was like, he done made a mistake.
He did, but also this was I never saw him in the thinking aspect. I always saw him in like a physical type of challenge. Look, y'all making it. Come on.
So the gays aren't smart.
Come on, bro.
And the brothers can't think. Oh, okay. Hatch shirt. Oh, go. Tell us about the women.
Yeah.
Tell us about the women.
I'm gonna shut up.
Sheesh. And on that note, we went over to the women. And
hold on, wait, time out. Also, how I knew Brandon was cooked when Leroy was shaping him up
in the chair. I said that.
In the chair, because here is my thought process. If I'm going to battle, don't shake me up. Shake me up after I come back.
He got a free haircut.
You're saying this to Wendell. You're saying this to Wendell. He's getting he's getting a cut any chance he can get.
Shoot, okay.
Yeah, but okay, with that contract look a little different. Okay, I'm just saying. Because I want to look scruffy McGruffy if I'm going into the challenge. Like, I don't want to look like...
They're not going to look at you and say, ooh, Brice is scruffy McGruffy. Now he's going to beat me.
It's a mental game.
Bro, do you have scruff?
No, that's an app Derek has. I don't have that.
All right. Now...
I appreciate that I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. I'm so glad I have zero clue.
All right.
That being said,
where my dogs at?
Now over to the women. Cara is tough and has always been tough, except I mean, they showed her like they said her arc was her becoming really tough, and now she's a force, right? One of the best. Kellyanne, when she came back for All Stars, I don't recall too much of her beforehand, but when she came back for All Stars, she was not for play. She was out there doing damage. So
she came back kind of ripped too. Like she came back like
she
was
short hair.
Working out. Yeah.
So to see her against Cara, I'm like, yo, I want to see this battle.
For me, what kind of effed me up, right? Because normally in eliminations, if I'm in a hall brawl with Joey Wendell, and this is the men's hall brawl, well, clearly I'm gay, so Joey gonna win this one.
But Joey's a brother, so he won't think it through.
Yeah, he won't think it through.
I didn't think it correctly, so.
But if the men's elimination goes first, and it's me and Joey, and I lose, what happens?
You out.
Right. What effed me up, and I wasn't even thinking, while Cara was going, and I see Paulie, right. You gotta tie it. I'm like, why the hell is he here?
Right. They normally send you
around.
Right. Like what just happened? And in that moment, that's when I peeped. I'm like, oh, all of the people that have lost are still here. That was like very interesting to me. I was like, oh, something's gonna happen. Like, because why is Paulie still here?
So you thought you knew something was gonna happen.
I thought it was weird, or I thought Paulie was breaking some type of rules, because I'm like, why the hell is Paulie of all people?
I get that question, but in my head, I'm just like, all right, he's going to send them all off afterwards.
At the same time, right.
Editor-wise, storyline-wise, all right, you want to see, like, they want to show homeboy cheering on his girl for whatever the outcome may be. I didn't think it was like, oh, there's going to be a twist at the end, which I think is kind of cool.
Correct.
Horacio wasn't down on the sand screaming.
Yeah, you know why? Because he wasn't involved. He didn't have to fight anyone down there. He was a spectator.
Okay.
I know you're just trying to think about Horacio. Leave him alone.
And I'm not talking NCIS.
What?
Oh, you never watched NCIS?
No.
Which one? There was a million of them.
The original one. NCIS, I think it's Los Angeles with Horacio.
No, Los Angeles was with
LL Cool J.
Right.
LL Cool J.
It was the original one with Shamar Moore.
That's not NCIS. That's
what is
FBI
that?
Or something?
No. With
Bryce, you know your shows.
Okay.
Bro, I'm positive Shamar Moore wasn't in no damn NCIS.
Well, listen, you're straight, so you don't know the puzzles. So I'm telling you.
That being said, so there was a point when it looked like Kellyanne was going to win and Cara was not going to win.
Correct.
Cara muscled that door open with a lot of stuff still on it.
I feel like a couple people did. I think Ryan did too. Like when like he gave one big yank, and I was like, oh, that shit, the door's halfway open.
From watching Jay's season, what I have learned is you, at any time you untie a knot, continue to just pull that open.
No, it's just a matter of fact of you getting in the door, or do you have to get everything off of the door?
You got to get in. You just got to squeeze through the hole. So now I can't explain. He just asked the question. He said, "Do you have to open the door all the way?" No, you have to squeeze through. Am I lying? Is that not how you would do it?
The premise of the challenge: entering the door, or do you have to get everything off of the door for you to open it?
You have to enter through the crevice. If it's a crevice, you go through.
The only thing I'll say is this, gentlemen. I'm willing to bet that there's a rule as far as the door has to be open X amount. There, and he probably said it to them. He's not going to announce it to the viewers or whatever. I'm willing to bet there's a rule that it has to be open past whatever for them to use it. Okay. And this is verifiable. We can always,
right.
ask. So that being said, Cara wins.
Mm-hmm.
Kudos to Cara.
But also, it makes for a better story, honestly. Because it's like, I want Cara to return. And I loved how it was like, it seemed like Era 2 was rooting for Cara. Era 1 was rooting for Kellyanne.
I love that Laurel just can't shake Cara Maria. Like, this is amazing.
It's great. But if these two would just team up,
they could be unstoppable for sure.
Like, y'all are really.
I think Cara wants to, and Laurel's just like, no, get away from me. Get away from me.
Cara's willing to.
Right.
They've been friends.
I think if I'm being really real, I think Laurel is a better competitor than Cara. And I think she looks at Cara as someone trying to knock on that door. And I think she's like, nah, I'm better than you, so I'm not gonna team up with you. But if she just be like, you know what, let's do this, they'd be unstoppable.
100%.
I think Laurel is a better competitor than her. We'll see.
Go ahead.
I think we're on the same page. A couple things to look forward to, though. Like, you got Cara coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, Paulie's not in there, which could be like a crazy redemption story. Like, let's see how Cara takes people out.
Mm-hmm.
If Paulie was still in there, though, it would be fun.
Greater, yes. 100%.
R.I.P. What else do we have? We got Aneesa coming back. My question, Aneesa's like, I want to say she's too nice and too forgiving. I think she's gonna go in there and forgive Rachel.
I don't think so.
I don't think she's gonna forgive CT, but I think she's gonna forgive Rachel.
I don't think she'll forgive Rachel only because she's got Tori to like go back and like stir shit up with. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thoughts on it. She got somebody to like. That's like me having one of y'all and something just happened and we going back and I'm talking my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think old school Aneesa would not forgive, not forget. I think new school, wiser Aneesa is gonna be more of a politician with it. That's my bold prediction.
Okay. We have another week to find out. You know what I mean?
What else do we have? What other cool storylines? We got the love stuff. We got
I don't know if you've seen it, but when Theo won, you seen Olivia talking about some, that turned me on.
Yeah.
And like if you follow them on the socials, they are pretty close. So
she got they got tattoos.
They got matching tattoos.
Yep, that's her eye on his side.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, we got that. We got the Olivia Theo. We got the Kyland, Josh, Naya
trio.
We don't have Horacio Norris anymore. We don't have Cara Paulie anymore. It'll be interesting to see what happens in that house.
Right.
What you guys think of the vote? This vote.
The karma vote, yes. So my question to both of you, this was seeming very survivorish to me, like a jury situation. So how do you both feel about that?
I need to know more about the karma vote because I don't feel like the first people eliminated should really affect how, because there's so much more.
So make a prediction about it. How do you think so you're saying you don't think that this is going to lead to, like, I'm voting for that person to win?
I definitely think it will have to do with something of like a combination. I feel like in the end, in order, like how y'all said, you got to get down and do dirty. I feel like you're going to have a certain amount of votes. So I feel like someone maybe like a Laurel might have won the challenges, but doesn't have enough of those votes that everyone casts. And maybe a Cara Maria will. I feel like it's going to be something to that level. I don't know exactly, but
I hear you on that. First, I was thinking Survivor. I was thinking like a Redemption Island, like all of y'all, or like what Edge of Extinction, all of y'all, you're not out. You're going to this island, compete if you want, whatever. Then when they're like the karma vote, like you said, Brice, I don't think this is all right, in this list, these are who's going to win the million. I think it is at a certain point, all right, this person has the most karma votes, so they get a bye, or they get a 5-minute help in the pre-final, or they get, something to that effect. Right. I don't think it's going to be super game changing, but I think it'll be helpful if you last that long. Because look, someone that got a karma vote today
might not be here next week. Yeah,
they might be given the karma vote.
Right. Or what if you're accumulating these karma votes, and as you get eliminated, you can pass on your bank or something like that.
There's always a twist and turn that like comes with the third to last episode. So I'm interested to see, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to see the challenges, because I just know this season is going to be.
They started off with a banger, with eliminations. So so where do we even go from here? That's another good question, I think.
And
it's the teams.
We got the teams. Like we said last week, they're kind of infighting. This is designed to kind of make them, but eventually there's gonna be a time when they switch things up. Like, all right, now you got to nominate someone on the other team, or now things are gonna get jumbled. Now it's team against team. Like, yeah.
Do you think it'll ever get to a point where it's like, all right, the errors are disbanded, and it's like, you can go here and you can go here and team up, like make a super team?
I think my answer is yes. I think there's going to be some kind of a shuffling of the teams, and they've done things where you can like defect and join another team if you go down and win. I'm not putting that off the table either.
Right.
This is
so much.
This is a challenge made for twists and turns. And even like if the producers get hype and want to change something on the fly, this is designed where that could be within the realm of possibilities. I don't know.
Yes, a lot of crevices and different ways that they could get into because of season 4.
What's up with you in a damn crevice?
Yeah, Brice, you a freak bull.
I'm sorry. Let me be very demure and keep myself together.
Yo, what's up with this word too? Like,
one thing is very sure. I'm very demure. I'm very cutesy. I'm very mindful, because I cannot wait to get back for next week's episode. I'm not like some of those other podcasters that, just talk all this stuff. I'm very demure. You see how we do this podcast. We're very mindful. Okay. And we're very classy. So I can't wait to get back for next week's episode.
Well, that being said, tickets are available for the Brice and Wen Tour 47. We're starting in New York City for the Survivor premiere. Very mindful. Then we're going to LA. We're going to Dallas. We're hitting many cities this season. Watch the Survivor. Come link up with your boys. In other news, it's been episode 2 of the challenge breakdown. Takedown.
Is that how the breakdown go, Joey? Because I swore
there was more damps.
Takedown. It's been a long day. I appreciate y'all for watching and listening. Hit the subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
And follow us.
Follow us. We out. Peace.